So, who actually wants to go first for a pitch? Not sure.
That
Should
is-
you go first? Because you sounded like you're fading, bro.
Now I want to see how you guys do it first.
All right, Quiz, you want to go first?
When I watch this, I'm not watching, I'm listening.
I can do that. Mine is written by Paul Dini, pencils by Dustin Nguyen, Derek Friedlofs is the inker, John Kalit is the colors. Streets of Gotham.
Ooh.
This is actually really cool because it was one of the Batman spin-offs, but the whole story of it is supposed to center around everyone in Gotham, not just Batman, not just Commissioner Gordon, but literally everyone. And in this beginning issue, you can see right here, Harley Quinn is out of Arkham and running through and being just a belligerent dick at a jewelry store.
How
And
unusual.
yeah, and getting away with it because she's technically kind of not broken the law. She stopped a different person who was breaking the law, so Commissioner Gordon had to let her go. Even though he's suspicious of the nature by which she acquired her money to go and buy the jewelry that she was trying to buy. And Batman shows up to threaten her, and then she goes on her way. There's a whole sub story here about a different vigilante who goes around Gotham branding people with these knuckles, like brass knuckles that he's got that have their crimes written on them, and he just beats them until they, leave these horrible scars or bruises. And then the subplot number 3 is all about Firefly and developing this new sort of toxin that has people spontaneously catch fire and cannot be put out. It's hardcore, and as an issue number 1, it grabs your attention and holds it all the way to the end. And I love the idea of like little vignettes and stories told from various other different people within the setting of Gotham. So yeah, I think this was a major win, and of course, Paul Dini is an amazing writer. Everyone should check out anything Paul Dini writes. He's always good.
So, will it be anthology oriented, or is Paul Dini the ongoing writer?
This is an old series, so this only
Okay,
ran,
I thought this was new.
Oh no, this only ran I think like 30 something issues.
Okay.
But I'm sure it's probably collected somewhere. Streets of Gotham, check it out.
My pitch is Punisher Noir.
I haven't read it yet. I own it, but I haven't read it yet.
So the Marvel Noir series, where I was like, Marvel Noir should be a whole fucking universe. I've said it before and get back to it. It sold well. It was worth the time. Everyone loved it. It was a great idea. Back to it. For those of you who don't know, it's just taking characters that, like, let's see, it was X-Men, Spider-Man, Punisher, and putting them back into the 1930s as if they were characters then. And they kind of did a little bit different of a thing with them. They're more hard-boiled, street-level, gritty, detective, vigilante type stories. As if the Punisher wouldn't fit right the fuck into that environment.
Yeah.
And
my only problem was that I had a different expectation from the X-Men one, and it did not live up to it. But
I kind of read Punisher Noir as I read all of them and just kind of moved on. I kind of didn't give it a fair shake. Going back and reading it, it's a fucking great vigilante story. It is a flashback story to Frank Castle's father. As an interesting kind of idea. There's only so much that I can talk about it without spoiling stuff. It really is just the Punisher back in the days of prohibition with street gangsters, extreme political corruption. This is the kind of environment that a vigilante like the Punisher, it's a target-rich environment for him. Let's put it that way.
I was gonna say, are you telling me
that
that the Punisher in times of prohibition wouldn't have a target-rich environment? Oh my god, that's like genius level on that.
It's great, and here he is loading up two 1911s with little skull logos on the fucking on the grip plates. It's just fantastic, and he plays kind of he's got to do his own detective work. So he's got sort of a detective edge because he's got to find out who's the bad guy to go kill, right? And there's a sense to it that, everybody knows Capone's a bad guy, but who's going to take him on? That's who Frank Castle's father is in this era. And they do the old timey radio messages in this great way. What is playing here as dialogue is a third person narrative of the radio describing what's happening from a newsreader. It's a very creative way of doing it. His arsenal is far deadlier than anything Uncle Sam can muster. His pistols, legendary throughout all of the gangland. Their aim is ever true. And it just like on it goes, and there he is, ready to go. The Punisher is upon us. So it reads like an old radio play, the way the kind of narration happened back in the day. Home is where the war is. The art is fantastic. It's really over inked to give you that kind of shadowy feeling.
Home is where the war is. The Punisher has a better arsenal than Uncle Sam.
And with my new and improved vodka potato, I will have a sound pad as well.
That's not a sound pad. That's just a regular ass megaphone.
Is it really? That's
Use
great.
the tools you have available.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's great. We don't have CGI. Well, fuck it. We'll film models and blow them up. It'll look real. That's
Right?
If I'm really getting into it, I'll start shaking like those pans that make the whoa, 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 whoa noise.
That's great. So the flashback to World War One, where his war started, where he learned his skills, and oh man, it's just if you're a fan of the Punisher, this is a great kind of Elseworlds Punisher back in the day. It fits so well into the Marvel Noir thing. It runs 4 issues, each one of them solid quality, solid art. Just Punisher Noir, fantastic, totally worth your time.
Picture of his lady there. It's pretty good.
Yeah, so there it is. You do. All right, you ready there, Sin?
Yeah. I I just learned I can fucking grab a specific window in Hangouts.
Well, all right then.
But I'm not going to, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to pitch something a little bit different, though.
Cool.
Just
I
kinda
told you, no manga hentai.
Well, it's not hentai, but it's not an anime either.
Is it ecchi?
It's this one called Metamorphosis. Yeah, everyone
No.
should check that one out.
Oh, fuck. Knocked it right out of full screen. It's Old Boy.
Oh,
Okay.
boy. Hell yes. I actually there's a whole stream where I talked about the difference between the manga and the movie. Back when Jack Gunsky was doing movie reviews.
Yeah, Old Boy, it fucking amazing. The Korean movie was phenomenal. The American remake was awful.
Yeah. As they usually are.
Yeah, but Old Boy is my pitch. It's written by Foreign and penned by Foreign. It you get into it, and I cannot give much away because the entire thing is revelation after revelation after revelation, and then how it all ties in together is insane.
Yeah, it's a wild story.
It's a wild, great fucking story. But basically, this guy, he's a drunk, he's a slob, he's a loser. He gets kidnapped and held captive for what, 10 years?
Yeah, I think so. 10 years.
Yeah, it was 10 in the Korean version and 15 in the American.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets released, and that's all he knows. He doesn't know why. He doesn't know who. He just knows that he was kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
And while he was kidnapped, all they would feed him were these dumplings, and that's all he could eat. And that plays into it, and that hammer really plays into it too. And I cannot tell you how or what happens with it, but fucking check it out.
Yeah, it's a great story. It's hard boiled as fuck. It's hardcore as fuck.
What year's the original from? The original graphic
The
novel?
comic or the movie?
The comic.
80 or 96, I think.
96. And there was an American remake that sucked. And when was that?
The American movie remake.
Yeah.
That was 2013.
Man, I'm ignorant about all this. I want to read the graphic novel and see the film, not the American one.
Yeah, watch the Korean one.
Yeah.
It's a hard sit through, especially at the end, but oh my god, is it worth it? It's really good.
It's probably my favorite revenge story ever.
Yeah.